Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will be looking at the elf camp. Now, I'd just like to clarify, this is not a TDS profile. There will be one for the elf camp in the future. This is just a look at it because obviously it's a new tower, and I know that many of you do not have it or have recently obtained it. Now, because this isn't necessarily testing to see how good it is, I will be having other towers in my layout right here. So yeah. Now, I will say, I do apologize for not releasing this on a Tuesday. This is being filmed on a Tuesday, however, it will probably release on a Wednesday, because usually whenever I have TDS Tuesday, it is Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, but I'm filming this past that, the middle of the night in my time zone. I think I'll load it on Wednesday, and I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be too upset that it is on a Wednesday instead of only a 1 day difference. It shouldn't affect all that much. So yeah. Now, because we're just testing here, we'll do molten, So, the elf camp, it's sort of like a military base, and instead of spawning the military, like the Humvees and stuff, it spawns elves. Now, there haven't been any that have spawned yet, but there should be some that spawn at some point. I'm not sure why there isn't. You can place up to 2, by the way. So I've already placed one. I'm about to place another. Alright. So, not sure what that was all about. Oh. I see here. So, okay. There's this glitch, and I don't know why, but it's been happening a lot in the game recently, where basically zombies just stop. They stop right here. And they do keep moving. So, like, in reality, they do keep going to the base. If they get to the base, you take damage. But it looks like they stop. And it's a very, very annoying glitch because it makes the game a lot harder because you have no clue where the zombies are. And it happens at various points, but in this case it unfortunately appears to be happening pretty early. Now, again, that is not good news because it means that not only will the zombies be like this, but so will the elves, so it'll be kind of annoying to look at the elves, because if I want to cover them, I'll have to go over here. I won't be able to show, like, their movement speed or anything. Yeah, so that's pretty annoying, but not much I can do. So, most of these elves are just normal elves, but as you can see, this one has a snowball. Which one has a snowball? I'm not sure, but somewhere in here is a snowball elf. So, normal elves have 8 HP, which is the same as, of course, 2 normals, less than an abnormal. However, the snowball elves have 12 HP, as you can see here, and in addition to this, they throw snowballs at enemies, which deals 3 damage each. As you can see, because it made it this far, it's not, like, clogging up. So that's why that's happening. Now I was testing the elf camp earlier, so this is faster spawning, this is snowballs. So I was testing the elf camp earlier, just for fun, and it's pretty solid. Like, I would say it's definitely probably a top 5 tower. I don't have it in my layout necessarily because it doesn't really go well with other towers, but like the cowboy, it's a very good standalone tower. I'm working on currently a part 2 to my which tower is the best TDS thing. I'm not finished yet, but I'm nearly done. The elf camp I did test because I had it, and it did quite well. Now, as you can see right here, if you look close enough, there is in fact a third type. Well, that's a crook. But, I'm not sure if it's appeared yet, but there is a third type of elf. Oh, right here. So, it's the one that just exploded. It's called a bomber elf, as you can see. It does 35 damage, and it is basically, like, contact related. So, like, it kills an enemy based off, like, actually hitting it. And I believe it does splash damage. So, yeah. That is that. And, this means that, by the way, there are now 3, I guess, spawner towers. The elf camp upgrades are actually pretty cheap, considering how good of a tower it is. Cheaper than the military base ones. Like, the last one is like 10,000. The last military base upgrade is like 30,000. So keep that in mind. As you can see, there's more types of elves here. There is the Cannoneer elf, the one with the green gun. And I believe there's also the Guardian elf, which it's like alternating between. Here it is. So, this is the Guardian elf. As you can see, very overpowered. I would argue one of the best, at least at this level. Then again, I'd say they're all pretty solid. But, so yeah, that's that elf. Of course you cannot have... Whoops, that's a farm. You cannot... Yeah, so you can only place 2 elf camps. That's sort of the downside to it, at least compared to the military base. You can place 5 of those. Yeah, you can only place 2 elf camps. A bit unfortunate, but, it is pretty OP. I'd assume you all know this by now, but in case you don't, here are some basic facts. It can be obtained by beating the Violent Night event, or by purchasing a Robux Game Pass. I'll be honest, I bought it with Robux. I'm not gonna do that much grinding, and basically, I just really wanted it. And once I actually did really well in the Violent Night, and got disconnected immediately, and it basically broke and didn't really let me rejoin. So that's very unfortunate. I got to the final wave. I don't think we won, but I don't really know. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. But I just upgraded one of the elf camps to the max level. So at some point you should be seeing... Oh, here. So this one has a red cannon. It's a gunner elf. It's basically a better version of the cannoneer elf. And the cannoneer elf was basically a better version of the snowball elf. So, pretty solid. That is one of three. So, there are three types of elves that are obtained in this way. One of them appears to be right here. You can sort of see it slay. I forget what it's called. A gift bomber, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty self-descriptive. Yep, gift bomber. It basically flies up in the air in a sleigh and drops quote-unquote gifts on the zombies, which of course are actually bombs. And it pretty much does this until either it hits a flying enemy, it hits a really tall enemy, which I believe is pretty much just bosses, but I could be wrong, or of course it knocks into spawn, usually the last one of those three. But yeah, so that's the elf. Again, not a TDS profile, but that's just how it is. But there is one more, actually, the ripped elf. As you can see right here, very, very tanky. 800, which the slow boss, yeah, compared to the slow boss, it's half its health. Yeah, that's pretty solid. So that is the ripped elf. Look, it just throws snowballs like, man, that is pretty solid. But yeah, that is the elf camp. Bye.